Hello and welcome back to the Ambassadors channel. If you're watching on Twitch, welcome to our Twitch channel. I am one in our collection of hosts, Ambassador Michael, and today we're gonna go over the the semantics and the marketing, and also just kind of the discussion about next gen. Originally, my plan was to kind of stack up how the companies kind of pair going into next gen and kind of the thoughts and I think the advantages each has, the disadvantages they have based on what we know about the consoles. Um, but unfortunately, due to the rollout of information, I don't feel like I could make that video as accurately. So my focus just shift more towards uh, the communication of gen, the marketing itself, and then I want to discuss what kind of each one has. So it's going to be kind of towards the tail end where we discuss the advantages and disadvantages, I think, of each system. So shouldn't be too long of a video, but we're kind of going to go over a lot. I have some Kotaku articles here for reference, so we'll go over those and just kind of get our feet situated so we can have a fair discussion, I think. So I want to start with PS5 first, because I think Sony's marketing has been astronomically worse than like it's meteorically bad. Like how bad the PS5 market has been throughout the course of like the reveal of this console, the discussion of the console. It's been so bad. Like everything about it has been so bad, in my opinion. So the way this is written is not how we're gonna go. So the biggest thing is that when it was announced, the first real thing after the announcement was the Mark Cerny discussion, which was awful, because it was intended to be for game devs at one of the conferences. They got canceled because of COVID, but it got shared publicly, and Sony kind of leaned into it more than they should have. They should have been like, they should have marketed it better. But also like our expectations should have been more. I like Mark Cerny. I think he's probably a fine person, but he's very much an engineer, and he's not the most entertaining when speaking, and so that's a little bit of a problem when you're first talking about a console, and like the features and everything that it has in it. So it didn't start off right. I don't feel like it was a really bad way to kind of start the generation, discussing the next generation of PlayStation, and that was really weird. And then we just went like months without pretty much anything, just like little droplets of information here and there. And then we finally got the PlayStation 5 reveal. I don't remember the exact date, but more or less I can remember the chronology of it. But we got the reveal, no price, and we got some games, I think, is how they ended up doing that one, which is fine. A lot of the problems with the marketing in that showcase were the first party games all sounded like they were PlayStation 5 exclusives, because that's how Sony had been talking about it prior to that event. They'd been like, oh, we believe in generations, so all the new stuff we're working on is going to be on PS5, and if you want to play it, you have to get to PS5. And then they showed off Spider-Man Miles Morales and Sackboy and Horizon, and I forget what the other one was that they showed. There was another one. Anyways, I can't recall off the top of my head, but anyways, Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming to PS4, which for some reason they decided. Oh, God of War. That's what it was. It was God of War. For some reason, they decided not to like kind of say that, which was super weird. And it's also like a big expansion, more or less, than like a sequel. It is a sequel, but it's more or less that like Uncharted type, Lost Legacy type deal, which is fine again, but you know, it is what it is. So the other one was shit. I think Horizon's also come into PS4, Let me double check. I'm pretty sure Horizon Forbidden West. PS4. Is Horizon coming to PS4? Sony's confirmed that it is coming to PS4 alongside its PS5 release in 2021. So that one's also coming to PS4. So it's like they kind of like bullshitted around the whole thing, like, oh yeah, go buy stuff on PS5. Oh, just kidding, it's on PS4. Oh wait, and it's just like they can't make up their fucking mind, and it's super annoying. Let's see. One of the other things is Godfall. Godfall looks like a decent game, but it doesn't look like it's worth $70. It looks like a launch game, and I think that's the problem with it. It looks really pretty, but otherwise it looks incredibly boring to me. Again, that's just my opinion. It's not a game I'm interested in, personally. Deathloop, I'm pretty sure, is coming to current gen as well. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. Deathloop 4. I also thought it was coming to Xbox. Deathloop happened on PS4. The next title, originally set for a PS4 release in 2019. It's not coming to PS4 because it's intended to release on. Okay, it's coming to next gen only. It was originally intended to come to current gen, but they delayed it to put it on next gen, I guess, which is weird, but whatever. Ghostwire, which whenever the hell that comes out. So, anyways, back to the marketing. So, all that crap. Then they finally released a price with the addition of the all digital console, which is okay, sure. It's what, $4.99 and $3.99, I think, is how they're doing it, which is fine, I guess. Because I don't really care all that much. Because I'm gonna get the disc-based version personally, but that's just me. How much is it gonna cost? $500, $400. So yeah, $4.99, $3.99. That's what I thought. And the Xbox is what, $2.99 and $4.99. I don't care what they look like. We know. $4.99 and $2.99. So the Series S is literally $100 cheaper. That's gonna be kind of hard for them to compete with, but you know, it is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, just with Sony, the problem has been like inconsistent messaging, and then the biggest one was like the backwards compatibility. It was like, oh, maybe some games will be backwards compatible. We only know that like the top 100 right now are that we've tested, and we're testing a bunch more, but we don't really know. And then they did test them, and they're like, okay, like only these like 10 games don't work on PS4, and they're mostly games people don't even know about. And then after that, it's like, okay, well, some of these games will work, and some of them might just run like crap. Some of them might have errors. They might have bugs. Who knows? I don't know. You get to play Russian roulette every time you boot up a backwards compatible game. It's great. Like, let's look. PS5 backwards compatibility. PS5 backwards compatibility. I wanted Sony's official thing, but whatever. PS blog. Detailing the invaders of the PS5. Hardware technical specs. We don't care about that. What we want is PlayStation blog. No. Your top questions answered. Details on PS5, how game boost, blah blah blah. What console generation are supported? Only PS4. More than 99% will be playable on day one. This include games that define PS4, like Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. The gaming experience on both models will be the same. However, you will be able to play digital versions compatible with of your PS4 games. Since there's no disc drive, you won't be able to play disc-based games. So if you bought disc-based PS4 games and you want to play them backwards compatibility, you have to buy the PS5 with the disc drive, which is more expensive. This one can play whatever you want, obviously, because it has a disc drive. Again, it just, I don't know, I think Microsoft's approach of like, here's a smaller, cheaper console basically does the same thing, just not as good, just fine. PS4 titles will get better on PS5. We'll see increased PS4 titles will see increased loading speeds and will leverage game boost, offering blah blah blah. Some titles will unlock frame rates, blah 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 blah. PlayStation VR is backwards compatible. You have to buy a dongle. The PS5 HD camera is not compatible with PSVR. You'll need the PS4 camera and the adapter. No purchase required. So I guess it just comes in the box. That's my assumption. It's like PlayStation camera adapters in the box of the PS5, which is super weird, but okay. Backwards compatible PS4 games including PlayStation Plus and PS Now will run on PS5. Blah blah blah. You can remote play from PS4 to PS5, and PS Now streaming are supported. The benefits of streaming is that you can save storage space. Please note PS4 will not leverage the game boost through streaming. So I guess if you bought the digital version, you could stream it, but remote play kind of sucks unless you have like an amazing connection, which most people in the US do not have. So kind of worthless in my opinion, but whatever. Unless you have everything hooked up to Ethernet cords, it's not very good. How do PS4 game saves work? You can transfer digital games, save data, blah 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 blah, or through Wi-Fi. If you've already stored PS games in an external drive, you can bring them over. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can sync the saves through the cloud. Games that are only playable on PS4 will be noted PS4. We have a list of games that are only playable on PS4 along with additional information here. This is the original article I wanted. So of course this is not the one they pushed. This is the Spanish one. Don't mind me. It's fine. Let's see. See, here's the thing. The vast majority will play. Here's the difference in wording, and it's the one that made me so mad. Some PS4 titles will benefit from game boost technology and therefore play at higher, smoother frame rates. Although many are playable, some of the functionality available on PS4 may not be available on PS5. Also, some players may exhibit bugs or unexpected behavior when playing on PS5. Before purchasing add-ons, remember to play the game to ensure that the gaming experience is stable for you. I don't know what this is. Go away. I said go away. Sure. Sure. Go away. I don't care. Go away. Although many of the blah blah blah, we already did that. Please note that PSVR, you will need the headset. There's no purchase necessary. Always update your PS5 to the latest system software. Here are the exclusive games to PS4. For some reason, these games do not work on PS5. I have no idea why. This list is subject to change and does not include demo, multimedia, or other applications. To play a game with the disc drive, you put the disc in, and then you play it. Great. You can transfer digital games and save data using Wi-Fi, or you can plug it directly in. You can also download it straight from your library. Update compatibility. You may have the option to upgrade your PS4 games to the digital version of PS5. So this is the one that really like is fucked, and this is like a publisher thing, I think, for the most part, that's really bothersome. So like Xbox is like, okay, all the like Xbox games that have One X enhancements, they're coming to Series X, and then all the games are coming over to Xbox Series regardless, and they'll get like a small boost or whatever. Whereas with PS5, it's not as like native, so it's not as easy. You have to like, you can't just like pop one over to the other and it work. As we saw, like for some reason, just sometimes your games will freak out and they may not work, which is really stupid, but whatever. Updated compatible, hold on, can be upgraded to the digital version. Some can be upgraded to the digital version. Find out how to update your compatible games. If you have a PS5, you can upgrade a physical or digital game to the digital version. Depending on this game, depending on the game, this update may occur at no charge, require a purchase, or available for a limited time. Using the disk drive, log into your account on PlayStation, insert the disc, go to the games area, blah 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 blah. Updating a PS4 digital game from a PS5 console with the disk drive, log into your account, search PS5, select the download, blah blah blah. PS4 games compatible with PS5. This is the article we just read. So that's like Sony's biggest hurdle is that backwards compatibility is a disaster still, but it's better than it was, because prior it was just like, oh, maybe all of them will work. Who knows? We'll figure it out, I guess. Like, all right, cool, great. That's awesome. I'm glad your competitor basically is allowing almost every game and you couldn't figure it out. And even now they're like, almost every game will work. Well, almost every game is compatible, but it may not work. Like, then it's not compatible. If the game bugs or freaks out, then it's incompatible because there's an incompatibility issue that needs to be resolved. Like, what are you talking about? So, anyways, so when it comes to like the policies of PlayStation 5, they've been a disaster, personally. That's what I think, is that they just really screwed the pooch on all these policies. Like, it's just really bad. And then the PlayStation Plus library is just really lame, in my opinion. PlayStation Plus collection. This is just what they did back in the PS3 era. Like, they're just bringing back the thing they already had, but it has less things. Like, it's not as good. Like, the PlayStation Plus collection is an assortment of modern classics from the PS4 coming to PS5 at launch. It includes first party as well as third party from Fallout to The Last Guardian. Sony indicated players will be able to download these games and start playing when the PS5 becomes available. It's not clear if the PlayStation Plus collection was a new product when it was announced. Sony cleared up, we'll have a new offering on PS5, the PS5 with PS Plus, blah, 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 blah. So if you have PS Plus, you get it for free. Great, okay. And then you just get these small selection of games, right? In the PlayStation Plus collection, right? Cool, you get Until Dawn, Uncharted 4, Ratchet & Clank, Mortal Kombat, Monster Hunter World, Last Guardian, Infamous, God of War, Fallout, Detroit, Days Gone, Bloodborne, Battlefield, Arkham Knight. This doesn't even include all the PS4 exclusives, including Horizon. Horizon is mysteriously not here for some reason. But you go over to... Yeah, I don't even... Oh, yeah, I guess I do have to do it this way because I'm not screen sharing. Hold on. Xbox Game Pass. Look at this. All right, let's look at Game Pass. I wonder how many games are in Game Pass that cost $5 more to add on to your subscription versus paying. So it's $5 more a month, but it's Game Pass. No, I don't want to join Game Pass. I'm already on Game Pass. You fool. I want to see all the games. Can we just see all the games? Where are they? Bro, just let me see all the games. I just want to see all the games. Okay, hold on. I gotta sign in, because it's gonna be a pain in the butt right now. Of course, because it has to be, because I'm live. All right, there we go. I'm signed in. I'm already in Game Pass. I just want to see the games. There we go. All right, here. Look. All right, games. Look, EA Play coming. All the EA games that are in EA Play. Boom. They're there. You get cloud gaming. And then you get all of these on console. All of them. You get them all. 200 games. Look. You can just 250 games. 250 games on console. And you get like 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. You get 14 games. I'm sorry. 14. Whopping 14 games on PlayStation. For free. For free. They're free at least. You don't have to pay more. But if I could pay more for like 230 more games, like $5 more a month, I would probably do that. That would be something I would give them money for. I've been saying forever that PlayStation should just copy Game Pass. There's literally no reason, no downside to them copying Game Pass, but they refuse to do it. They will not do it. and it's incredibly frustrating because it's such an easy dub. Like, just do it. No, if you want to play a large selection of games, you must buy PlayStation Now, which you can't even bundle with PlayStation Plus. You have to buy it separately, which means it's $20 a month, and it sucks. And it's the only way you can play PS3 games. But in Game Pass and also on the Xbox, you can play. You just buy them. You don't have to buy a subscription. You just buy them and play them, and it works. And you don't have to use streaming tech from 2012. So that's good. And PlayStation Now has been just nowhere. They just haven't talked about PlayStation Now at all. It's just literally something they haven't talked about, which is so weird considering they bought it for a lot of money. Let's see. PlayStation. I always forget this. PlayStation buys Gandeki. I can't remember what the hell it was called. Not Gandeki. It was a streaming service that they just bought. Like, they didn't even, like, Microsoft built it by streaming service. I forget what the hell they were called. PlayStation View is shutting down. Yeah, that's another service. Buys OnLive, that's what it was called. Beef up its in a bid to beef up its own, Sony is acquiring online patents. Okay, this is a different thing. I didn't even know they did this. Apparently they just bought this company to shut them down and take their tech. Cool. Very good. A very nice good thing to do. Hold on, let's see. In 2012, online struggled. I thought it was called I thought it was like a Japanese name. Swear it was. Hold on, we'll find it. Not PlayStation Now. Gaikai, that's what it was. Gaikai. I fucking knew it was some Japanese sounding thing. Yeah. Sony's gone and bought up cloud gaming service, Gaikai, for $380 million. $380 million. The acquisition would allow Sony to instantly bring streaming games and content to PS3, Vita, and PSP. But it didn't. They didn't do that. They just literally brought it to PS4 to kind of solve backwards compatibility. Hello, my friend. Again, if you're watching the video, I'm streaming live on Twitch, so don't worry if things pop up and you're confused, okay? Anyways, so yes, Gaikai, they bought Gaikai just to literally, they paid $380 million for backwards compatibility. So good job, Sony. That's good. I'm glad that you paid $380 million and then you don't talk about how you're going to utilize that in your next gen platform. It's great. It's awesome. It's wonderful. Good job. Anyways, I will say that the PS5 games that they've shown off, or the games that are coming to both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, do for the most part look pretty great. They are very exciting, but it's just everything else surrounding PS5 that I don't like. The system, ugly, trash, terrible. Controller, terrible, ugly, awful. They made the Japanese mad because they changed Circle and X. Now Circle and X are the same for everyone, but the Japanese didn't like that. They weren't very happy about that. It's not cool. It's literally not that big of a deal. You've been doing it for like 20 years. It's not that big of a difference. It's a button, one button. You go into the settings, right, and you go, boop, X equals, circle equals X. Wow. Look at that. That's all you had to do. That's it. It's not that hard. Jesus. Why? Why are you like this? It's so aggravating. Anyways, yeah, so you have a bunch of stuff here with games. Box art's kind of ugly in my opinion. And will PlayStation Now work on PS5? Yes. This This is it. This is all they had. This is all they had to say on PlayStation Now. We went over it earlier. Or let's see. What backwards compatible games, PS4 games included in PS Plus and PS Now will run on PS5. That's it. That's all they gotta say. All right. So for chat, as you may know, chat comes in at random times. So we're going back over the discussion and lead up to the next generation of consoles and how I think they've been terrible. We're only on PlayStation. We haven't even gotten Xbox yet. We're only working on PlayStation, or we haven't even got to the good stuff about PlayStation yet. This is a weird decision. Also, 825 gigs, not a full terabyte, and also like they reserve space for updates and things like that, so you don't even get that full amount. So you're getting like, I think it was like 600 or something like that, roughly. But still less than 1 terabyte in the Series X. I think roughly they said 600. So it's almost half of the Series X. That's bad. Okay. PS5 will support external HDDs. HDDs are going to be, I think, really important for most people this gen, because the SSDs are too expensive. I bought an old SSD that's 500 gigs and it was like $250. All right, that's half the price of a PS5. That's dumb. Go buy a 2 terabyte hard drive, right, for like $100. Plug that thing in and just drag and drop your games. Just cycle them through. All right, cycle them through the hard drive. Don't be a fool. All right, there's no reason for you to buy an SSD. All right, that's a pro tip. All right, don't buy an SSD. Don't do it. If you're gonna buy an SSD, throw that thing in your computer. All right, doesn't even make any sense. 10.28 teraflops. I don't know anything about teraflops, okay? I don't know anything about that. What I know is if I look at a game, right, and I play it on Xbox Series X and I play it on PS5, and if they look more or less the same to me and they run more or less the same to me, that's good enough for me. But if they don't, then we're gonna have problems, okay? All I care about is if my games play good. I don't even have a PS5 pre-order, right? I literally have no interest in a PS5, and I'm a Sony guy. It's messed up. Thank you, Lemons. I appreciate you. So, I have no interest in PS5 at all, because there's no reason for me to get one. And honestly, I don't really much have a reason to get a Series X either. I just decided if I was going to get a next-gen console, I was going to get the Xbox Series X, mostly because backwards compatibility is important to me. And I can play pretty much everything on it, and it will pretty much always work, which is good. So I guess I'm going to cut off the PlayStation 1 here, and I'll post them as separate videos so you don't have to sit through 45 minutes of content. Right? That's good? Alright, bye-bye YouTube people.